Okay, it took a little bit of doing, but we have this Singer 4411 set up. It's got that hidden tension spring, so you've got to get that thread in there just right, especially with heavier upholstery grade thread like this. First time I ran it through, I missed it, and I had a bird nest from hell underneath that material I ran a quick sew off on. So it's all set up, and again, Singer, when they developed this new machine, they touted it as having a steel carriage and being heavy duty. And so I've got a large magnet here, and I thought, you know what, I just want to see if I can pick up that metal frame on the machine. So I'm putting it around here, and I'm not getting any hits at all as far as any definite magnetic pull. Got a little bit on the handle right there. You can see this this workspace down here in the harp area. That looks like metal too, so I thought, okay, I'd try that. I'm not getting anything there. And I finally got a little bit of a pull. The magnet will almost hang on the balance wheel. That's the only place I was able to pick up some definite response from the magnet with the metal of this heavy duty Singer 4411. So I'm not convinced that whatever metal they used on it is that definitive, because this is a real strong magnet. It's not detecting it. So that said, I also wanted to show you the heavy duty foot control, which, like the machine, originates out of the US. It's probably China or the equivalent. It's all plastic compared to the original foot control that's been used with everything from the featherweight to the 201 to the 401 to the, I mean, you name it. Most of the Singer machines would use this Bakelite. It's extremely heavy duty. You open it up, I mean, it's made well compared to this little plastic electronic foot control that comes with the 4411. So, not trying to be unfair or unjust in bashing this machine, but it's not made well. That's clear to me. So the first sew off we're going to be doing here with this little brief introduction, and I should mention as well that the machine motor is also made in China. It says it's a 0.7 amp. I'm not sure if that's completely accurate, because I've gotten mixed reviews from some folks that buy motors from China, that if it says 0.7, you're probably looking at a 0.4, 0.5. So I guess truth will be told on how it does with the sew-offs against the hand crank off of the 66 model. So first thing we're going to sew off, and I'm just going to set this on the ground. I'll be on a camera shot for a second. First thing we're going to sew off on is 4 layers of leather suede. I would say all together, if you put it together like this, I don't know if the camera can get, let me bring this light in a little bit. If the camera can get a shot of what we're going to be going through, it's 4 layers, probably the equivalent of a leather weight of about 7 ounces, maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and put it underneath the foot control and keep our fingers crossed on how this machine will do. So slide her underneath there. Alright, put that presser foot down. And also listen to the motor. You know how motors should sound that are made well, and this cord's not even really long enough for me to put on the floor with the machine back a little bit, so I'm gonna do my best to control it with my hand. I know that's awkward, but this cord's not long enough, so what else do I do? So, alright, here we go. 4 layers of leather suede. Here we go. Let's get this out of the machine and see how we did. So it did go through the material. Let the record reflect it made it through the material. The motor sounded a little bit strained to me. Maybe you would disagree as a listener. And we haven't even put this to the full test yet. So let's look at stitch quality. That's our top stitch right there. It's a decent looking top stitch. And again, we went through that leather suede. Our lock and stitch looks a little bit, I would say a little bit ugly, a little bit unstable. And I do have the tension control. I don't know if the camera can come up near the top of the machine. I'll rotate this forward a little bit. But I do have the tension all the way up on 6. I can adjust it maybe a little bit higher, but I think it's just a matter of the strength of the motor. Had some difficulty pulling that stitch up, and so we've got kind of a not so great lock-in stitch. Alright, so we're going to go back and forth between the machines, so make sure you check out the video of the 66 doing exactly the same stitch off, and we'll see how that does. So thanks for watching.